Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Tysis, and we're here to talk about Super Mario Maker. You know, is it coming to the Nintendo Switch? Could it come to the Nintendo Switch? How that would happen? All that sort of thing. So, I think the possibility of it is likely. I think they could do a good job of porting it over, and it would be fine on the handheld mode. You can use the touchscreen to do your making Mario levels, and you can still do that on the TV screen. I mean, you know, Minecraft works well on all sorts of different platforms, so there's no problems about not having that Wii U gamepad, which probably was one of the very few times it actually came in handy. Now, the only problem that I see with it is when they would release it, and that is dependent on if they are making a 2D Mario game of their own. Now, I think it would make sense to release a 2D Mario game before the port of Super Mario Maker. They could even push Super Mario Maker as a port or an enhanced version or even a sequel to 2019 would make sense, or even later on, seeing that Nintendo has a lot of IPs that they could use up at this point. Now, to try to make it different between those two potential games, you would have to give the 2D Mario game, you know, new abilities for Mario that you can't get for Super Mario Maker. So you don't get people just buying Mario Maker and just sort of living off the user-created levels for years and years to come, and no one buys the 2D Mario game. Now, I think that both games will probably sell pretty well, even if Super Mario Maker came first and a new 2D Mario game comes later on. There was a rumor that Super Mario Maker was coming at some point, and it will be the end of all 2D Mario games, which I think is a terrible rumor, and I think is false. They're not going to stop making 2D Mario games because they created Super Mario Maker. So those are all the problematics and things like that. I think it's very possible that they can do it for the Nintendo Switch and all that sort of stuff. I don't think there's any problems about porting. I don't think there's any problems about making it work for the Switch. I think it would be a pretty popular game. Now, there might be some issues about online connectability, because you need to connect to the internet in order to play these levels like it was on the Wii U. But what they could do is allow you to download 20 or 30 levels, and you can go out and play, you know, at the park with the Switch and things like that, and come back and change your, you know, the levels, Mario levels that you want to play next time. So they could do something like that, which I don't think would be too difficult. So I think to recap, I think it's possible. I think if they're going to do it, they should do it after a 2D Mario game, probably 2019 onwards. Remember, there's a lot of great games coming out in 2018, so don't panic and worry about there's going to be a lack of stuff. There's still a huge backlog of games to play for a lot of people from 2017. So, that is it for me, and I shall see you later on.